us about this one. Hold it up.
That's a plane that my grandfather made. You can see how he tried to copy the handle of a saw and attach it to this piece of wood, 2x4 or whatever it was.
His hands weren't very big, not like fat guys like me, with a big hand to get in there.
No.
But look at the same principle here.
Yeah.
Here's the block, and here's the blade.
Yeah.
And let's look at that in the backside. They must have used this one for truing something up to get it nice and straight.
I suppose because it's long.
Because it was long, it would keep something straight as they were using it. I don't even know what this is here, except I think it's some sort of a decoration.
Well, there also was a handle. I don't know.
You think so? Could be. Could be a handle.
Yeah.
Funny they wouldn't have made it kind of round. Here's a saw. Saws haven't changed much even today.
No.
This saw would be recognizable to almost anybody that looked at it. It is fairly coarse, but not, they used the big, what do they call them, two-man saws?
Crosscut.
Crosscut saw. If they were going to cut logs down and cut big things like this, they would use a crosscut saw. But this saw they could use to finish up when they were cutting out windows.
Yeah, or the dovetailing.
The dovetailing, they would use this to do the dovetailing part of it. It's coarse enough, and at one time these were terribly sharp and would cut quickly. Today we're so used to power tools, but in those days they didn't have the power tools. They were sawing with a saw like this, and this one is of the era of this log home.
Yep. And it's a diamond.
That's right. The brand is a diamond, so this one he must have purchased. It's a diamond edge. To us, a diamond edge would mean very sharp.
And lasting.
And lasting. Good steel.
Right.
Good steel on the edge. In fact, you can tell the blade itself is a pretty good blade. They could play it with a bow, and they could make a little music with it, and play it over at the blacksmith shop in the evening.
Yeah.
Let's look at those scorps and draw knives.
Okay. Here's a variety of draw knives here that he used for different shapes, but depending upon what he was going to use it on. And here's one thin one and another bowed one there. And
this one here, if you look at it, what do you see right here?
No.
You see the mark where it was hardened.
Yeah.
So they added hardened steel to this blade, and they sharpened it on this side. This one, actually, the name of it is called a scorp. And you can see that if you pulled it along and pulled it along on the log, it would actually make a round.
Yeah. So they'd probably use it on the match the logs.
So they would use it when they're matching the logs together. They could pull that along and would be able to match the logs together with that one. Again, every piece of this one is hand forged.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this one here has got a trademark on it on the handles there.
Oh yes. He put his touch mark on everything. He wasn't missing out on all of this. This one's a little smaller diameter.
Yeah.
So they might have used this if the log was a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
You can actually see here where it could have been pulled along.
Yeah.
What do you suppose that one was for?
I don't know. It was depending upon what they were going to use it for, I guess.
That one is smaller and thinner. Must have been to take a smaller shave.
Probably.
Maybe when you were going to cut along edges,
could be.
You could grab and cut along the edges
take the corners off
with that one, or take the corners off. They also made a straight one.
Yeah.
And you maybe have a straight one.
No, I did have, but they've gotten lost down the years.
And the straight one would be just to pull off a straight piece. Like they would take a log, they could strip the bark, with that.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if these could be, you suppose these could be used for stripping bark if you turned them the other way?
I suppose it could.
It's a possibility.
Yeah. We used them for peeling fence posts. Took the bark off the fence post.
Right. You can see this one has been sharpened in the latter years, and you can see the quality of the steel.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very high quality steel.
Yeah.
So, Wayne, how do you think that you would like to grab those tools and start building a log cabin?
No.
Huh?
No.
I don't think I would either, but they worked hard.
Yeah.
It would have been fun to know exactly how long it took him to make this house.
Mm-hmm.
And it would depend on how many people that were there to help him out. But one thing that we did notice when we worked on the roof, when we finished shingling, the roof was square.
Oh.
When we got to the top,
Yeah.
the shingles were all the same length going to the top.
Really?
And they would have used the saw to cut those last rows of shingles.
That's better than these new houses.
Yep. Mine isn't straight on my own house, that's true. So we're here 140 years later marveling at how people could do this with this set of tools. I think we have to agree that it's a great commentary on the people that did this. Would you say?
Right, right. They knew what they were doing. And I'm sure they done it over in the old country. And
makes you kind of proud, doesn't it, to think that your relative was primary, and there's not one person left alive that was building on that cabin.
No, no. I'm living on the homestead, but my grandfather homesteaded in 1870. So I'm the third generation on that farm, and then Tim will be the fourth.
So people understand 1870 in this part of the country was very early.
Yeah.
People were not arriving here. The railroad had not arrived yet at that time. And they probably came here with an oxen team. And, you know, where did they come down through Minneapolis, or did they come?
They rode the train as far as they could, and then they had to buy a team of oxen.
And buy a team of oxen. Yep.
Yep.
So we're quite, I'm proud that I get to know about these things, and you're proud to be directly involved.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's a wrap up on our tools. We've shown what we have, and they're pretty nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad. I'll take better care of them from now on.
Thanks for watching the Museum Roadshow on TV3, where history repeats itself every 4 hours. You can see this historic log home at the Western Minnesota Steam Threshers Reunion at Rolog.